Martial World Teyvat Chapter 44, Fantasy Fiction by Azazyel. Ningguang, who had agreed to take over the wedding and have it take place this coming weekend in the next 2 days, had some words to share with me. Now, if we are to follow traditional Liyue culture, Keqing will remain here at the Jade Chamber until the wedding, and your wedding chamber will be at your own home. The merchant queen of Liyue put a finger to her lips before she continued slowly. I know you and Keqing aren't a fan of people worshipping you, so a powerful but managed wedding procession will take place. And we will host the wedding itself at the Jade Chamber as we have some tame demon beasts pull your carriages through the city. She nodded slowly as she seemingly put her mind to planning it all out, and I could all but see her powerful mind all but decided what dishes would be offered, who would officiate the wedding, and the rites we would offer and follow during the wedding itself. Until she hit a bit of a snag and she spoke. During the procession, you will of course need to bow before the heavens and ancestors. But in this case, you will be bowing to the west as Keqing is an orphan. Do you have any family you wish to attend the wedding? I can have some trusted cultivators bring them from Mondstadt or at least deliver a message. Her offering was a huge favor, as going all the way to Mondstadt was dangerous with all the demon beasts and monsters, to say the least. But I shook my head and said calmly, I am in a similar situation. I don't have any family to worry about. To that, Ningguang slowly nodded before saying with a slight frown, well, that complicates things slightly. But in either case, I will have a couple of my guards and a secretary act as your escort during the procession and guide you during the events. With that all said, Ningguang took a breath, and with a more natural smile she looked at me in amusement and spoke. So getting married to my Keqing. I wish you the best, she is after all a proud woman. I just shook my head and said shamelessly. Her pride crumples before my shamelessness like water washes over the river bank. Also, she has the most adorable weakness of her sides being highly ticklish, and a simple poke will render her helpless. Humph, a shameless man indeed, using his hands to suppress his wife. Ningguang sniffed in mock disdain before huffing in amusement and looking back down to the koi pool, while I did the same for a long moment. And after a while of staring into the pool, Ningguang broke the silence as she spoke. Lady Cloud Retainer has succeeded in putting some arrays on some aspects of the war machines you have made. She doesn't dare to put any arrays on the factory machines though, as she has little to no idea how they work. I shrugged and said with amusement, if she can figure out my technology, I will applaud her, as I doubt that will happen for the next few years at least, with how she is obviously going to be busy dealing with the depths to the north. Ningguang nodded and added on. Also, feel pride, as Lord Morix has publicly praised you during a sect meeting as the first shipment of war puppets have hit the front lines of the chasm, and the cripples, martial artists and cultivators have used them to amazing effect. I tilted my head to the side as Ningguang smiled smugly and said with amusement. There was a disciple who has half-step materialized saber intent chi and manifested beast riding intent chi. He was able to use his beast-taming intent to fully channel and unlock his saber chi through your war puppet. Ningguang's face was amused as she continued. The once crippled young man has sworn a blood oath to kill the 9 generations of whoever offends you for giving him a new cultivation path, Jake. My hand clapped against my face as Ningguang chuckled at my exasperated expression as she spoke with further amusement. It was quite a sight, honestly. For but a brief couple of minutes the young man was equal to a half-step nascent soul with 2 fully manifested intents that were being channeled through the wardall. People are going to think they are going to learn new intents through my weapons and stuff, aren't they? I asked with a sigh as Ningguang gave me an evil smile. After seeing a cripple walk the path of the heaven blessed by dominating reality via their will and intents. Yes, as your wardall being powered by its special core we don't understand, and the spirit stones that give them a strong boost for short amounts of time acts as conduits of people's bodies and can even manifest some martial art techniques and cultivation spells if the particular wardall is compatible with that technique. Ningguang shook her head and coughed slightly before saying, anyway, Jake, I will take care of Keqing's wedding. So go on home, I will take care of everything, but you will not see Keqing until the day of the wedding if we are to stick with tradition. I nodded in agreement before tilting my head to the side, and I took off one of my 36 spatial rings hanging from my neck to hand her one. Ningguang, for my gift to Keqing's family. You and the Liyue Qixing basically. I am hereby donating 200,000 spirit stones to be used as resources to acquire elixirs, martial arts, and cultivation techniques to enrich the Liyue Keqing itself to help its people grow and stay within Liyue. I spoke formally. And I would forever remember Ningguang's understanding smile as she formally took the space ring with respect. And I then stood up, bowed my head slightly, and left Ningguang to her work as I went home.